Hi, I am Laura Vandette. I live in Crown Point in Hamilton, Ontario with my husband Mark and our two pooches, Gus and Max. And I am the organizer of the Crown Point Garage Sale and Fundraiser. Some of you may have seen the video that I recorded on Saturday, just announcing that we sort of deemed it won't be safe this summer to host the garage sale, but we may do it in September or perhaps in next spring. So I am also a real estate agent. I work with the Bright Realty team and I work with Keller Williams Edge Realty. However, this video and this series of events has nothing to do with my work or with real estate. It really just is announcing a community event. However, right now, I'm actually not announcing the specific event. What I do want to do is acknowledge, before I announce a fun event, I want to acknowledge sort of our current situation. So we have two really big things happening. We have COVID, a pandemic that we've never experienced before. And that's stressful, and I think that can affect many people's health, our well-being, our financial. I think a lot of people have a lot more financial concerns right now. So there's that, and there's also, we're kind of living in a time where a moment that hopefully is a pivotal moment in history. People who are Black and people who who identify as a visible minority are standing up against discrimination and racism. And I think we have to acknowledge that. I think it's important. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous saying this, having this chat. However, I think it's important. I think it's important to acknowledge it because I'm suggesting a fun event. And I realize that that could come across as insensitive, and that's not my intention. My intention really is to help people who might be struggling and people maybe who aren't struggling come together, maybe have some fun, have some lightheartedness, feel less isolated. That's really my hope. And as we do that, we may not always say the right thing. We may not always do the right thing. But my hope is that we will always recognize when we've made a mistake and be gracious with each other, with ourselves, and forgive and change. I think all of us have to do some soul searching and recognize where we may need to change and grow. And I just wanted to acknowledge that because I don't want to offend anybody by having fun events. I don't want to, play light on anything that's happening in our world. But I do hope that if you do participate in the events that we have coming up in the next few weeks, you will maybe feel a little bit less stressed out or a little bit more connected to your community. So it's a lot of stuff I'm talking about, but I do want to acknowledge where we are, and I want to say that I do hope that you will forgive me if I say anything offensive in the coming weeks or during the events. However, I hope I will also learn, there's a Maya Angelou quote, when you know better, you do better. So I'm preempting anything, I hope, and I want to invite you all to come tomorrow to listen to the events that we actually are hosting. And I would love to invite you to provide your feedback. So perhaps you can tell us what it is that you would like to do. So there's some ideas for virtual games. We have perhaps a dress-up party. I don't want to spoil it too much, but that's kind of where we're thinking, all online. And I do hope you'll provide us with some feedback about days and times as well that would be suitable for you and your family. And I hope you'll look forward to it. And I hope you will join in tomorrow and over the course of the next few days as we kind of massage some ideas together about what we can be doing together going forward in events. Okay, I'm going to send a virtual hug to everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good afternoon and evening. Okay. Bye.